Oh, hello. Is anybody in? Ah, having a few issues here with I'm on my phone and my hair's not done. So I think I'm live. I think this is working. I'm on my phone. Let's just see if anyone turns up while I have a drink of coffee. And I am in Montreal. All right, looks like there's one person here. How do I see the chat? Hang on, let me push this. Oh, okay, I hear and see you. Awesome. Rob, okay, Rob, your name's in there. Welcome, Rob. We'll just wait and see if a few more people pop up. Phoenix 138, hello from Cornwall, hello. Mama Rages, hello. Robert Ludwig, Lakini, Small Town Girl. All right, Zippy, Alona Rose. Rob, welcome to Canada. Nova Scotia. Sonia, how you going? Stephanie, my grummy. Hippie Shake's coming. Hello. Welcome to the US. Yes, so I'm in Montreal, man. I'm in a French country. Everyone speaks French here. Most speak English as well. And it's really cold. Oh my God, I almost died when I got out of the airport yesterday. I went from Florida to Montreal, man. Um, very cold. Pinch, hello. Thank you. Phoenix. Yeah, had a great time with Jason and Martin. Um, yeah, that was really good. Got to meet them both, hung out for a week or so. Both awesome people. Montreal, oops, I don't know how to get how to scroll up. Someone said, "What's Montreal like?" It's cold. Sonia, yes, I will take care. I'm only here for another few hours, and then I'm back to the airport to fly out to Vancouver, and I think I've got 2 or 3 hours wait over, and then back to Australia, back to Brisbane. Robert, I escaped yesterday. What from? Where did you escape from? Canada? And Max Eigen, yeah, Max was great. Got to meet Max and hang out a bit. He played a bit of guitar for us. Wesley is in Maine, so he knows the goal. Yes. Cat 14, hey, how you going? Nice to see you. It's been a few weeks. I've been all across the USA since then. Met Cat back in, gosh, Florida. Um, Gosh, where was it? I can't even remember the address now, the suburb. But yeah, we had a good 3 days in Florida at Daryl's house where we ran a little course. It was amazing. Kat was there. Um, Hippie Shake, hello, hello. Port St. Lucie, that's it, Kat. Yes. Stephanie Campbell, hello. Yes, I'm in Montreal. It's your neighborhood. Oh, well, there you go. And it's definitely cold. We're going to be. Eric couldn't make the meetup. No worries, mate. Would have been nice to say hello, but I'll probably be back. Um, who knows? Maybe February. It's either going to be sort of February or after April, because I'm, of course, heading to Bosnia and all that region in, oh gosh, when is it? April? Oh, yeah, April next year. Um, I haven't put the links below. I'm on my phone, so I don't know how to do much on this. Um, but there are links around. You'll find if you want to come. Check out my other videos. Um, May, I thought I think it's April 5th, Cat. April 5th to I don't know, it's for 17 days. Um, Montreal in February, -20. See, I don't like those numbers. Oh, thank you, Hippie Shake. He's going to put the link in if anyone's interested in coming to Bosnia, Bosnian Pyramid. I'm going. Michelle Gibson's coming. Kelly's coming. Dale Holmes is coming. We've got a few other people who want to come, so we'll see how we go with that. getting some people, but we've also got three people that are traveling with us that are, you know, experts in different fields like sacred geometry and sound healing and all this kind of stuff. And then Dr. Sam is going to take us around with his team to the Bosnian Pyramid. So there we go. Ottawa, His Highness. Hello, Ottawa, buzzing the tower. Oh, where is Ottawa? I don't know. Oh, Kat, you're going to come. Nice. Awesome. That'd be cool. Montreal's where your family's from, Eric. Wow. It's I'm staying in like a because I just had to book a room yesterday, basically, when I realized my stay over was like 12 hours or more. So I'm just in a motel. I'm not sure where I am. It's not in the city though. Excuse me. And I saw a car. I saw a pickup truck with a snowplow on the front. That's crazy. Snow's okay if you're on a mountain and you got a snowboard on your feet. Apart from that, I'm not really into it. Um, Ottawa, 2 hours northwest of me. Okay. Thank you. Hippie, there's the link for the trip to Bosnia if anyone wants it. Greeting from the realm of Albion. Nice. Over there in the UK. Just JP, I saw you, and then the messages disappeared. Hello. Pat S, morning from BC. Is that British Columbia? That's Canada, isn't it? Phoenix, I have family in Canada. Somewhere he was going to immigrate there when I was a child, but it never happened for some reason. Well, it's cold here, so that's good. The ranch in Port St. Lucie and Daryl and Allison. Yeah, Daryl and Allison were amazing. Um, I stayed there for I think 5 or 6 days. Amazing property and just really, really, really cool people. So massive thanks to Daryl and Allison, if they happen to be watching or if they watch later. And everyone, man, like you probably all know the story. Kat, how cold is it? Freezing. Like I've got a jumper on and I went for a walk and I was really cold. So yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. So I've got. Oh, hello, Lady Lux. Hello. Um, yeah. I didn't even know what was happening a week before I got here. I just came with nothing planned, and it was amazing. I've met so many cool people. Everyone's looked after me. Like literally, like I landed, went to this amazing property, Daryl's property, then got driven around by Anara, Sayonara. Hello, if you're out there. Who drove me basically across half of the US through Florida. Then we drove up through the Carolinas to Tennessee and then up to St. Louis. And we stopped at so many places like Coral Castle, Bok Tower, saw my first Star Fort. um, where else did we go? The Palace, via I can't remember what it's called. Um, Went to the St. Louis World's Fair Expo site. There's nothing really left there. St. Louis is covered though in old world buildings. Alchemy Acres, thank you. Welcome to Canada. Thank you very much. La Potessa. Staff, yeah, I know. I know there is lots of Eric. Yes, Sayonara is a cool chick. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, there's lots of stuff up here. There's a star fort. Is it Ottawa? So maybe I'll come back in the summer when it's not freezing. Yeah, I don't like the cold. Coral Castle was awesome. Coral Castle was really cool. Smaller than you think, but just like how did he build it, right? And how did he move the whole thing? He moved the whole fort. Um, Crazy. So I'm just trying to read all these all these comments that are flicking through. Yep, we're Canadian. That's what we do. Wish you be here longer. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to come back and check out some. Oh, archaics. How you going, man? Oh, where are you? I know you're tired. On my way out the door. Much love. Cheers, mate, and thank you for everything. Jason and Dawn were amazing. Just really good people, and really generous as well. Archaics basically, Jason wouldn't let anyone pay for anything. They organised all the accommodation. I stayed, with Jason and Dawn at their house. Jason drove me to the airport, got up at like 5 in the morning to take me out there. So thanks for everything, Jason. Can't thank you enough. It was amazing. And just, yeah, met heaps of really, really cool people. And like I said, I just sort of got driven around everywhere, flown up front. Jason bought me a ticket and flew me from St. Louis to San Diego. Um, so yeah, massive thanks to you guys and to everyone. Um, like I said, I just turned up here and I've just been looked after so well by everyone, taking me around, driving me, flying me, feeding me, giving me somewhere to stay. So I definitely had an amazing time in the US. And I'm on my phone at the moment. My computer's died and I don't, I've left my adapter in another bag, which I don't have, so I can't plug it in. Um, but I went and got a little adapter for USB, so I've got my phone going. So I don't have any pictures or anything I can show. I don't know how to work this thing on the phone. So we'll just have a chat. Seems I'm here for another few hours. Squirrel Sniper, hello. Thanks for being here. Robert Ludwig, hello. Randy Millwood. Yeah, man, Jason, there's a lot of talk about Jason, obviously, but, I decided I'd go and meet him, right? I mean, all these people who like to sort of stand back and, cast aspersions and point fingers from way back without getting information, without interacting with him. Jason was awesome. Um, just really good guy, really, like I said, um, very generous in everything, like just really good people. Jason and Dawn, and everyone, the whole crew. So yeah, I've only got good things to say. Basically, he really really looked after me. John Sup, thank you very much for your donation and your support. I do appreciate you. Um, yeah, and Martin too. I sat in a van with Martin for 4 days, and we drove across all the deserts from San Diego to Texas. It was awesome. Uh, Ole, what am I doing in Montreal? Just got a stay over. Flew in from Miami, no, Orlando, and I got in like 9 o'clock last night, and my flight today is not till like 6, so I came and got a room. How do I? Oh, Lorenzo's. Oh, I can scroll back. Okay. Um, Nancy, hello from the meetup in Austin. Hello, Nancy. How you going? Um, Lorenzo, hello. Laura Willingham, I don't care for cold temps. No, no, I agree, man. Glad you made it around the US. You mentioned St. Louis. Yes. Hope you visited the City Museum and climbed all the fun equipment. Is that the massive museum? We saw that this huge museum, but we didn't go in. So no, probably not. It was a real whirlwind. This tour, this trip. Um, I've been going. By the time I got to Texas, I was I was pretty trashed. But we made it. Oh, Cat 14, $20. Thank you so much. You're amazing too. Um, have I toured the old port? No, I'm not really going to be doing much in Montreal. I might see if I can get some video, but like I said, I'm not in the city. I don't know where I am. I just got a sort of cheap. I'm in a motel, so um, tip for travelers, right? Don't get the cheap motels. Um, it's next time I'm getting it like I'm going for a hotel, even if they cost more, because you get free breakfast, you get coffee, and they're generally closer. Even the Uber to get me out here, the trip here and back, I could have got a much nicer room, much closer. with more of the trimmings. So there you go, traveling tip from me. John Sup, hello. Baz Birds and Things, hello. Essex UK. I can meet up if you want. Oh, La Poetessa, Creative and Research Endeavours. Hello, yeah, well, I'm here till, I don't know. Well, I've got to check out at 12. I think that's like, I think it's almost 10, so like a couple of hours. And then I have, yeah, I don't know, 5 or 6, or probably 3 or 4 hours before I need to get anywhere. Um, I'm at, where am I? Pierre Hotel, I think it's called. Pierre Motel, Hotel, something like that. Um, Randy Millwood, Martin be a brother. Martin's, yeah, man, Martin's cool. He was not that happy about having to go back to the UK, and he'd been in the US for 2 months, and of course Cheryl's there as well, so he's heading back. Well, actually, he headed back yesterday, so he's probably back already. My trip, including all the stayovers, is like 40 hours plus, man. So another traveling tip: if you're going from Australia to America, don't fly to Orlando. Fly to LAX, and then get a ticket across America from then. I could have got to LAX. I think it's the same, like 14 hours. But of course, because I went to Orlando, they took me to Canada and then across Canada and then down to Orlando. So I think I would have saved a lot of time plus money as well. Have I missed? I'm just looking. It says, I think, did I miss someone who donated? I'm sorry if I did. I saw Kat, saw John. It's just, maybe it's giving me the dollar value in Canadian. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see where we are. So I'm just trying to scroll through all these. Okay, here we are. STG. London McLovin. Hey, how you doing, mate? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Did you stop in Vancouver? Yeah, I'm only in Vancouver for like 3 or 4 hours. So like I said, I'm gonna have to come back and do a Canada trip. Um, Flying sucks nowadays. I had to run through the airport recently full of stupid shopping. Man, it's they get you in the airport and they just double the price of everything because you can't, once you've gone through customs, you can't leave. And unless you want to go out and come through all the rigmarole again. So they just put the prices on everything up, and it feels a bit like you're being, ripped off, right? Global Think Group. Oh, who was that? That was someone I know, wasn't it? Oh, La Portuesa. Thank you. $20. Thank you very much for your support. To join our hello. Um, I feel like OJ Simpson in that Hertz. I haven't seen that Hertz commercial. But yeah, like there's a lot of like it's just so much rigmarole to get through airports with all the you got to take your shoes off and your belt and everything, and walk through all these bloody scanners and get everything scanned and all this. But I mean, we know the deal. It's just all control, right? It's just all a control mechanism. They brought it in originally. They started talking about this in the 80s with, the bombers, the Middle East bombers who had bombs in briefcases apparently. And then, of course, 2001 with the buildings. They just brought all this stuff in. So, we live in a society where we're told everyone is innocent until proven guilty. It's not true, man. Go to an airport. We're all guilty until we can prove that we're not a terrorist. That's what an airport is these days. So it's not that much fun um, getting through, but it's good to get places. So you just kind of have to put up with it. Mish, how do I say that? Mish SWB4. Hello, thanks for being here. Good morning from Montreal. Mark Alexander, hello. Or is that? I've got a very bad French accent, so I'm not even going to try that in French. Yep, I'm in Montreal. Ottawa has firework competitions every summer, and Canada. Oh, that'd be cool. Um, Global thing. Elisa, yes. Hello. What was? You had another name too, didn't you? Hello. Nice. Thank you for being here. Anyway, thank you. Pamela Swan, Lady Lux, hello. I think I've said hello to you, haven't I? Abnorm, hello. Um, who else we got here? 100% for control purposes. Yeah, exactly, man. The airport is it's just control, right? And that's really what it is. I mean, flying used to be fun. You used to get treated really well when you flew. When I was younger, like it was all about the experience. I mean, even you you don't even get meals and things or like anything on the plane unless it's an international flight, or your business class or something. Um, you got to pay for everything. You got to pay for your food, and it's crap. It's like toasted sandwiches that have been sitting in some bloody heater for 4 hours, and they try and sell them to you for $10. Shocking. Are the X-ray machines hurting us? Look, my take on that is everything is energy, and we can transmute energy, and energy harms us when we believe it's harmful. Is my take on that. So I'm not really worried about all the frequencies and that because I don't absorb that kind of stuff, man. It just bounces off me. I'm not into it. Um, but I think if you're not aware and you just mindlessly walking through all these places, that it might affect. If you think it's bad, then I think it will affect you. But I mean, if everything's energy and we can transmute it, then there's not really that much we need to worry about. I think it's more mental, right? They want us in fear. They want us to think everything's killing us, when it's really not. Arthur Pendragon. Oh, we have King Arthur here. For thine will be done. He's well, this is going as an electronic tech. Oh my gosh, it's going too fast. Um, and a carer in Redicons, it's bad. I'm sure it is. Look, I don't think it's good. But like I said, I don't think it's worth. I think when you stress about it and think it's bad, then I think it affects you a lot more. Jim Dillinger from Francais, how you going? I'm in a French country right now, well, a French region. Everyone speaks French, but they're all bilingual. So flights are plastic, PJs, and yeah, plastic. Um, they're doing this with like all the swimwear in Australia, like all the board shorts and everything. They're all now the new thing is they're made from recycled plastic bags, so they're plastic. Don't wear plastic. Wear natural fibers. Cotton and hemp and things like this. Um, much better for you. Um, you're right. We got this. I agree. We got this. Martin. No, Martin flew out of Dallas yesterday, so I'm thinking he's probably back. He just had a straight. I think it's only a 9-hour flight for him, so he will be back in the UK. So he no doubt will be doing a live soon as well. Fear not is written 365 times for a reason. Oh, where's it written 365 times? Is that in the Bible, the bibliotext? But I agree. I think fear is an energy, it's a vibration, and if we live in that vibration, it's not good. Not good. Yes, take your own snacks. I agree, Kat. If you're going on a plane, just get your yeah, take your own snacks, food, and everything, because they'll charge you a fortune for crap, basically. Calistoga Refried, how you going? Thanks for being here. Baz Birds and Things. They're so chilled, Campbell. Never seem grumpy. Is that the Montrealians? Is that how I say it? That's my best French accent. It's all about wattage and hertz. Yeah, man, those hertz. It's in the name, right? It hurts. Um, but it's an electromagnetic field, and so are we. And yes, that means that it can, affect our magnetic field too. But we get to choose what our frequency is, and your frequency will either let things in or bounce them off. That's what I believe. And I've never had a problem with any of these things. It's like the chemtrails. A lot of people think chemtrails are really bad. And look, I don't. To tell you the truth, I don't know what they are. We really don't. we've got all this information, and is it barium and aluminium and all this stuff, but the truth is we don't know. We don't have a um, we don't have a confirmation on what's coming out of these planes. So to me, why think it's bad? It doesn't mean you have to like it, but if you think that every time they're spraying that it's going to hurt you, then it probably will. That's what I think. Um, sorry, what was that cat? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I've lost. About to run a marathon in a storm on Sunday in Cornwall. Good luck, Mish. Hope it goes well. Um, in the guard, that thumbnail. What? EMG in that thumbnail. Little Bunny Foo Foo. Hey, how you going? Thanks for being here. Um, okay, where am I? I'm losing comments all over the place. Just perhaps blocking the sun, which we need to be healthy. Yeah, it may be. It may be, Lorenzo, but again, we don't know, and the sun's still there. We can we can, instead of going into fear and stressing, they're trying to kill us, or we can not do that for one, but we can do things like stare at the sun. Sun gazing. You can even do candle gazing. Get the right frequencies in you, right? Fire gazing. Glasses, blue blocks. There's a thing called the light diet, which is all about getting the right frequencies and energies into your body, through the sun. So we can do that as well, right? Everything that they're doing, we have, we have things that we can do as well. We don't have to, buy into their narrative, right? And sorry if this is a weird angle. You can see my double chin. Yes, we rarely have sun in London due to chemtrails. Yeah, they're in America too. But again, I personally don't know what's in them. So I'm not going to take on the attitude that they're trying to kill me and it's all bad and blah, 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 blah. Um, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm an immortal man. I'm energy and I can change energy. So, why not go that way, right? I think believing someone else's um, you know, perspective of life is not a good thing because that's their perspective. They got their life to live, we got our life to live, right? So there's all this information, but it's back to this thing like we shouldn't judge stuff as good or bad, right or wrong, because we don't know. It might be, it might not be. Um, but yeah, it's all up to us. I mean, we're the creators, right? We create. We manipulate energy and create things through our thoughts. So if that's true, then why wouldn't you be able to transmute different energies into good energies? That's my talk on it. My talk, my take. Around here, we call a man like Campbell is laid back, cool dude. Thank you, Randy. Soul never dies. Yeah, I do not worry. I agree, Cat. Lady Lux, amen. Thank you. Um, oh, Jim's doing some roofing repairs in the non-stop rain. Well, I hope it goes well. If it's raining, you need the roof done, right? I would love to show people around. We have so many starforts, etc. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'd love to come back with more time. I just don't have it at the moment. Um, I'm basically just on a layover. Bonaventure, the new hotel has a great view. I should have got a hotel. I just got. I'm learning. I'm learning. This is my first travel in quite a while, so I am learning. Yeah, the Slim Errant, hello, welcome. Yeah, we're the architects of reality. So if that's true, then why are we worried? We're creating our own reality that we experience. So I find it interesting that a lot of people run around and say, we're creators, everything's energy. Yes, I can manifest. And then in the next sentence, they're like, but the government's killing us with chemtrails. How does that match? I don't get that because basically, if we create and we're creators and we can manifest, well, Why are you worried about anything? You can change it. You can turn things into whatever you want, right? So I really think that, my take is that, these people who wish to rule us, their main weapon is fear. That's it. They get us in a state of fear. It locks us down. It shuts down our immune system. It makes us smaller. It affects our energy field, and then we're the ones doing the problem. Creating all the problems. And so I think it's just fear. If we don't buy into the fear, and we're like, well, they can do what they want, but I'm going to go forward and create something different. Well, in my opinion, there's nothing to be worried about, right? That's what we're here to do, to create something better. And you can't fix a problem unless you know you have it, right? Like, this is the thing. So these, control structures are really showing us the problems, and we're in the unveiling, man. We're in Armageddon, right? So everything's being shown to us. So all this stuff, it's been going on for a long, long time, but yet we're not dead. We're still here. We're still, creating and all this kind of stuff. So it's not, to my view, my mind, it's not as deadly as they tell us it is, as all the rumors. I think it's the fear that is their weapon. I mean, we know, right? Nuclear bombs. How long did they throw that fear at us? The world's going to blow up. But now we know nuclear bombs don't exist. They're complete fake. They're completely made up. Yet they spun that narrative at us for decades, and people were worried, and people lived in full on, like, fully in fear that, they were going to get blown up by nuclear bombs and all this kind of stuff. Global warming, right? Please don't cut me, YouTube. Same thing, right? It's fear, but what's really happening? The planet's not, the oceans haven't risen. We know this. So all of these major things that they tell us about, all these big, fear, fear campaigns that, are all about us. We're going to die. We can't do anything. Oh my God, poor little us. It's just words, man. It's just words. It's only real if you believe it. And like I said, they've done this for decades, putting all this stuff out. The Cold War, Vietnam. Obviously, back in the World War II, we had different, all these enemies are going to get us. So the Russians are going to get us. Everyone's going to get us, but they never have, right? Well, what's come to fruition about any of this? Nothing, as far as I can see. So to me, I'd just say, dude, if you're a creator and you can manifest, well, focus on that. Create the world you want to live in. Manifest what you want. Manifest the experiences. And I've lost all the comments. Where have the comments gone? Live chat. Let's see. Well, here we go. Live chat. Oh, Hippie Shake. Yes, everyone, give me a like, share, subscribe, share this around. Thank you. You can only catch a lie if you believe it. I agree. Totally agree with you there, Rob. It's all mind wars, right? We've heard it before. This is a psychological war, a spiritual war. It's not physical. Would love to organise a tour here. This city doesn't get the fanfare it deserves. La Poetessa. Yeah, like I said, mate, it'd be good to come back in the summertime. Definitely in the summertime. But yeah, I've seen there's a lot of cool stuff in Canada. I think it is Ottawa. Is it Ottawa that's got the really big walled star fort? That's really cool. So I would love to go and see, stuff like that. Third Eye Trader, thank you for being here, and yeah, thanks for liking what I'm saying. Famine, yeah, that's another one. Lady Lux, famine. Remember the whole Ethiopia famine? Everyone's dying. Bob Geldof, we are the world. Do they know it's Christmas? What happened to all that money? What changed? Nothing. Do we know that there even was a famine going on? We don't. We don't. I've heard reports that Ethiopia was fine back in that time. I don't know, but I don't know that it was bad either. All of this is just information. Unless we experience it, is it even real? Is it even supposed to be part of our lives, I guess, is what I'm saying. Going to see Bernie? No, I'm not going to see anyone. Like I said, I've only got a few hours here. Live Aid was like the BLM of the night. Yeah, man, it was. Um, and it got everyone, so heightened. Not so much with fear, as in, the famine's going to come and get you, but what it is, it's putting in your head that these things can happen. The world's a bad place. Oh my God, look at all this. All these people dying. Oh, what can I do? I'm powerless. Oh, I'll just give money to Bob. So it's all psychological programming, all this stuff. Quebec City is an amazing old Star Wars city. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, Quebec. I've got my brain's trying to work out where everything in this realm is at the moment. Maz, what did Maz say? Maz? I can't see that. People are talking about Maz, I don't know. It took the Via Rail through Canada in 1990 when they believed the railroad built the best hotels. Always, right? They blew up the Hindenburg, but it just caught on fire. It didn't blow up because hydrogen is a safe, abundant, renewable fuel source. Coincidentally, they also made the movie Reefer Madness in 1937, did they? And also the Hindenburg that blew up, it's not the same Hindenburg. It's a different. They swapped it out. It's not the actual original Hindenburg had over 1 million miles on it, which I think I can't remember the numbers, but basically the 1 million miles means it had been around the world a lot of times. And the one they blew up it was a different ship. It was like the Titanic, right? And then of course that was done again for fear, right? Now you can't ride an airship. Now you got to go in a plane, right? When you can't see the ground and all this kind of stuff. Little cold there, 20 minutes west of Amherst, along the Bay of Fundy. Quebec City and Montreal are both stunning. I could arrange a tour. I know places no one else knows. Ooh. Well, yeah, send us an email, La Poetessa. Like I said, I'm going to be doing traveling, so yeah, if I'm going to come back to the USA, maybe I'll come up here for a week or two. Who knows, right? But I know there's lots of cool stuff up here. Ottawa has the Library of Parliament. Oh, okay. Ottawa's the one with the library. That's one of my favourite buildings, man. The Parliament Library. That is amazing. On Bay of Fundy, it's 0. I'm not coming. It's got to be even 20s to 25 and above. I'll be Celsius, right? I'll be there. The world is full of fear porn if you partake it. That's right? Things are only real if you believe them. I mean, they are, right? That's the way I see it. You've got to believe something to make it true. You've got to live into it. You've got to, and this is the thing, right? We know that these people who put out the news and the information are full of crap. They're liars. they're just complete liars. But then people believe the stuff that they say. So don't watch the news. It's all fake. Oh, but the news said this. Oh my God, let's be scared. Whoops. Sorry. Just knocked over my phone. Hang on, let's see what we can do here. Is that right? Oh my gosh. Trying to get a good picture. Cutting off my head. All right, there we go. How's that? I'll just lean in. They wagged the dog. Yeah, man. Liars. They disarmed them all, or they never existed. Maz. And then you retracted it before I read it. DN, hello. Where are you? I just saw your name somewhere. Tide is turning with the MSN. I hope so. I really dig that poncho. Yeah, it's just like a. Woohoo! It's like a hoodie type thing. Thank you. Beach Countryside Mongoose. Oh, very cool name. Chicky Rogue, the TV hypnotizers. So you got to make a choice, right? Are they lying or are they not? Because to my mind, these people, all they do is lie. Nothing that comes out from their lips is true. Nothing they give us is true. So why believe any of it? Seriously, why believe any of it? Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not saying that this stuff isn't happening. There's you've all seen, right? There's crazy stuff going on in the Middle East in Acapulco, um, and that's terrible. But there's a lot of stuff that we get given this all this fear porn, and the more we live into it and believe it, the more it affects us. Yep, RF is killing us slowly. MK Ultra, that's what it is. They're MK Ultraing us, definitely. Oh yeah, that's right. Matthew Perry, yeah, yeah. Squirrel Sniper. Imagine being Matthew Perry and have seen it coming. Yeah, I mean, I just saw that he passed away, got unlived not long ago, but he was. I just seen it recently, but he was a big pusher of the nana, right? The jabby jab jab. So interesting, right? If you believe in something enough, it'll come back and bite you in the butt. Um, Stay away from fear porn. I agree, Otto. Otto Chenault. I started getting called Otto in America because when they say auto, they say Otto. And so everyone started calling me Otto. um, da, da, da. So yeah, so anyone got any questions? So I'm going for 40 minutes. So yeah, I just thought I'd do. I'm just sitting here all alone in a foreign country where they speak funny languages. So I thought I'd have a chat with you guys. How is everyone? Abnorm, hello, thanks for being here. Um, Phoenix, fear and stress make you ill. I agree, totally. Otto, are you Otto that I met in Houston? I don't know. Hello if it's you. If not, hello to Otto that I met in Houston. Hollywood members drowning in hot tub. Yeah, so is that true? Because I haven't looked into the Matthew Perry thing, but yeah, I heard he drowned in a bathtub or something. Oh, yes, it is Otto. All right. Good to see you, mate. Nice to meet you at the meetup. It was fun. Thanks for being here. Um, Campbell, he woke up last minute and tried to speak out that the person wasn't a friend. What? He woke. So this is Matthew Perry, no doubt. He woke up at the last minute and tried to speak out that person wasn't a. Is that a joke? Because he was in Friends. I don't know. I haven't looked into that. I haven't seen much of the news at all. The Slim Aaron. I was guilty of calling it Auto. Auto's okay, but with an American accent. Otto. Otto. Tell us more about San Diego event. Yeah, man, San Diego was cool. Good turnout. I've done so much in the last 3 weeks. I've got so much in my head. San Diego. Yeah, San Diego. So yeah, it was really cool. Myself, Jason, Martin. Gosh, who else did we have there? We had Logan from Decode Your Reality. We had Joel. And sorry, Joel, I can't remember the name of your channel. Joel's like a shaman type person. Who else did we have? We had Danny as well from the Unfuckers, who's now back in England. And also a big thank you to Robin, if you're watching, who did some work on my shoulder, my arm, which is good. She's like freed my shoulder and the top of my arm right up. So I was going to go back and get a second healing work done, whatever it's called, but I didn't make it. So thanks, and that's the thing. Like I got all this free healing. People were so good. Americans are cool. Sorry with Max Eigen. Yeah, man, we hung out with Max, and of course Max. Max is having a hard time. He's obviously got a lot of good friends in Gaza, and he lives in Acapulco. So his house, he luckily all of his stuff got saved by his roommate. They got it all out, didn't get wet. They saved his cat. He was worried about his cat, so he's got his stuff, but he's got no house to live in. So he's going back in a few days to see what's going on. So yeah, John, I agree. Hope all is well with Max. So he's had a rough couple of weeks. So thoughts to Max. Mama rages. Yeah, he is. He's he's connected to the last two, things that have happened, the last two big traumatic events. Max is is really connected. He knows people in there. He's been to these places. He lives in one of them. Um, fun meet. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Otto. That so in Houston, we did like a round table. We just sat in a circle basically and talked and answered questions and asked and all this kind of stuff. So that was good. So I might, I'm thinking a good format. I might do some when I get back to Australia. Do some round tables. Just where more of a discussion, type event where people can ask more questions and get involved and tell stories and things rather than it being just some of us at the front talking. um, yeah, Mama Rage, he's not having a good time, but Max is, he was doing all right for everything that had gone on. But yeah, obviously thoughts out to Max. The hurricane, which just in case you don't know, had no water. They're calling it a dry hurricane on the coast in Acapulco. That the hurricane came in from the ocean, but no water came with it. That's what they say. Bob Geldof certainly got rich from Live Aid, right? I mean, and what's Bob Geldof done? He was in what, Pink Floyd The Wall. He did I don't Tell Me Why I Don't Like Mondays, and he did Live Aid, and that's it. But he's this big, woohoo, Bob Geldof figure. La Poeta, I do energy healing too. Oh, I'm here. Give me some. Um, why don't we ask the Native American Indians about Tartaria? Well, I agree. But I'm from Australia, obviously. We've definitely gone out and we've been asking the originals, the elders and things in Australia. And we've got some pretty interesting stuff back. The best one, if you're interested in Australia and what the original sync is, to go and check out the Tartaria Australia podcast we did with the Strongs, Evan and Stephen Strong, and we went sort of right into that. And Hippie has just posted Max's BitChute channel, so go check out Max. He's putting out lots of good information. Didn't the hurricane winds burn up Hawaii yet? Well, James Anderson, I think I may have this wrong, but I'm pretty sure that yeah, Lahaina was also a dry hurricane, right? It's basically just winds and superheated winds that were spreading the fire. Please don't cut this video, YouTube. Did I go too far? Any snow in Montreal? No, thank God. But it's so cold. It's so cold. And yeah, Lahaina was on the 8th of the 8th, as Kat's pointed out there. Not often I meet people so close to my area, only a handful of people. Really good stuff. Oh, thank you, Rob. Symbolism. Are you still active on Telegram? I'm very bad. I need to get some mods. I'm gonna do some work when I get back because there's so many platforms, right? There's Telegram and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and I need someone to help me post stuff, and there's just so much to get out there. But I would like to be more active on Telegram. I've definitely got Telegram channels. There should be links below, but I'm going to endeavour, to get all those going a bit more, because I know, and I am on Rumble and BitChute as well. No, Rumble and Odyssey, sorry. I did upload something to BitChute, but I tried to upload videos and it was telling me they were too big and too long, and they were just like hour-long videos, so I don't know what's going on. I've got to work BitChute out. It's not an easy platform to upload to. That's why I stopped uploading, because every time I would upload, it would not, you'd upload the video for an hour, it took ages, and then it wouldn't work. It wouldn't upload it, so... Yes, Samantha S. Hi from Montreal. Hello, I am in your town. I am. I don't know where I am in your town, but I'm somewhere in your town. I love the video you did with the elder Aboriginal person. Oh, thank you, Mish. Yeah, we've done a couple. I'd like that. We should do one with Uncle Lewis, actually. He's really cool. He came to our meet up in Lismore and played the Didge. and everything. And he was actually the Didge player for the opening ceremony at the Australian Olympics. Um, that there was a big native sort of influence on that. It isn't even really cold yet. Wait until I'm not waiting until January, lady. Like I'm out of here, man. I am out of here. Snow is like I said, it's cool if you're on a mountain and you've got a chalet and a hot tub and some skis or a snowboard. Then that snow's cool. But when you walk out your door and it's on the street, not into that, man. Not into that. If we ever have a chance, we should meet up sometime. Yeah, man. So you're in Canada, right, Rob? Yeah. Next time I come back, I'll be more organized. Like I said, this trip literally just happened, and I had nothing planned, and I just sort of went, and whatever happened, happened, and it was all awesome. But when I come back, I'll organize things. I'll let people know I'm coming so we can do maybe some meetups and have some coffees and chat and all that kind of stuff. Um, Something horrible happened in Lahaina. I agree. I did some deep dives and it seems they were hit by an energy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, totally. Yeah, I totally agree. La Poetessa. The blue beam, right? And anyone ever heard of blue beam? Project Blue Beam? What did we see in Lahaina, right? Blue and beams. Crass Formato from Sonoma County. Is that in Canada? Thank you for being here. Stepping up. Kai, Kai, Kai. Who's Kai? Hello, Kai. I've seen people saying hello to you, but I didn't see your comment. Sorry. Um, this man monitored the H and the made up in Mexico, but no one else saw it coming. BC, it wasn't because of natural. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, no, yeah. Acapulco, yeah, definitely. I agree. Not natural, not natural, and we're going to be probably seeing more of this. They're going to be trying to do this, but again, I think the biggest thing that they're trying to get out of this is fear. I am Kairos. Hello, great to wake people to truth. Yep, that's what we try and do. Get people to ask better questions. I definitely don't want people to just believe me just because I say things. I want you, go out and do some research and check it because, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong, right? Like we do our best, but we're sort of, we do this wavy thing trying to get to the truth, but, it's not a simple thing, but, be autodidactic, right? Be self-educated. Don't have gurus. Get information, think about it, ask questions, check it out, all that kind of stuff. Carmen Christensen, hello from Western South Dakota in the USA. Thanks for being here. Something so videos can be only 2 gig. New West Reset. Okay, yeah, that's on BitChute. Yeah, man. What's going on with that? Like I don't 2 gigs, like that's what, a half an hour, if that kind of video. And of course, the more pictures and things and other stuff you edit into the videos, the more gigs you get. So, a lot of people on BitChute, but I just have such a hard time getting my content up there. And, if I have to go and reduce files or cut them up and I'm just not into it, man. You can find me on YouTube, Rumble, or Odyssey. BitChute kind of sucks too, yeah. Sound blocking censorship. Oh, really? They're blocking people? I was talking to Max. He said he's only had one video taken down, but he, had one video taken down, right? And BitChute's supposed to be, a free platform. Follow the sun. I agree, Jim. I am. I'm following it all the way back to Australia, where it's going to be hot and summer. And there's been some fires too where I am in northern New South Wales, so I'm not sure what I'm going back to either. But we'll check it out. Everything. I just figure I'm always in the right place at the right time. And if you're in the right place at the right time, well, that means only good things can happen, right? Cynthia Bancroft, hello from Spokane, Washington, USA. Thanks for being here. I always have to split my videos down into 15 minutes. Far out, man. 15 minutes? Like, that's not even a video, man. Why not laugh? I agree, Kat. Just, why not just have fun while you're down here, man. Don't buy into the crap. Kate KC3, I'm not sure what that is, has declared censorship in the wokedom. um, duh, 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 duh. If when you come back to Canada, come to Calgary, Alberta, I'll show you around Banff, Lake Louise, and Drumheller. Cool. Do you think the Dutch could have possibly built Australia's early buildings? I mean, I don't, Jordan. The Dutch were here before the English, hit the coast of WA in the 1600s, had a shipwreck. Some of them lived with the natives, but that was 1600s, sort of late. I think it was around the 1680s. So 100 years, you know, to build all the cities, I don't think so. And again, the problem is, even if they had the manpower and everything to do it, where did they get all the materials from? Where did all the brick come from? Where did all the rock come from? All the cement, all the mortar, all the iron for the windows, the glass, the tiles. There's so much that goes into one of these buildings that, yeah, no, I don't think um, that they built it. Chicky Rogue, hello, Dutch built New York City. Yep, hit New York City. Yeah, New Amsterdam, right, and of course New York, full of star forts. Um, can someone enlighten me on the significance of star forts? Well, they're awesome. The main thing about star forts is there's no narrative. They tell us that star forts were built between the 1550s and 1750s by roving bands of builders. Like literally, the story is these builders, they were French and Italian, and they just went out across Europe and built star forts in 200 years. And that's supposed to tell us all the star forts across the realm. And we've marked, I think I've got over 6,000 marked on YouTube, on Google Earth. So, I mean, even that, right? 6,000 star forts built in 200 years is not going to happen. But then they can't explain how there's star forts in Africa, Australia, Asia, the Americas. Doesn't fit the narrative. So that's the main thing about star forts is there's no explanation that makes any sense, and we're still trying to work out what they are. They seem to be on energy points, like ley line nodal points. So I think they're to do with energy, and I think they're sort of they. I'm looking for words here. I think that they just smooth out the energy, right? Make it better frequencies and things like this. Structure water, they're definitely to do with water. But we're still trying to work out what star forts are. I have some stuff at home I've got to go through that may help explain that. Star forts seem to have somatic patterns to them, which seems to imply they were used as an energy device. Yep. So cymatics, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically the physical geometric representation of frequency. So you can play a frequency, through it to a medium, even on a drum skin, put sand on it, play the frequency, and you'll get a pattern. And these patterns, if you look into the work of Michiato Emoto, a Japanese researcher who was working with water, he shows almost the same shapes as star forts. Is what structured water looks like inside our bodies, well, even anywhere, right? They make these star-shaped geometry, right, when it's a good vibration. And so I agree. Definitely, they've got something to do with energy. Spellerine, hello. Thank you for being here. Explore old Montreal. I would love to. Maybe next time. Don't have much time this trip. Hannah Gallagher, thank you. Thank you very much. The P factor, star forts are batteries to transmit friend. Well, I mean, it's a good point, right? Yeah, because they literally because we're told star forts are forts, right? They weren't built for war. No, doesn't make any sense. But they do call them batteries. A lot of them are literally called batteries. And when you've got a fort full of soldiers, what do you do when an enemy comes? What do all the soldiers do? They run out and they charge, right? What happens when you leave the army? You get discharged. So a lot of the information is in the spelling, right? The spells. So that definitely got to do with energy. That there's too many coincidences for them to not be. Yeah, like snowflakes. So yeah, the work of Dr. Emoto showing that the formations of the ice crystals, yeah, they look like snowflakes. And snowflakes, right, coming down from the ether through all the energy, making these shapes. It's the same thing. Um, Decoding language. Yes, thank you, Kat. Yeah, charge, right? And then, of course, you have like your colonel who's in charge of all the troops, right? So there's all these connecting things out there. Bombs are stored in batteries. Yes, squirrel sniper. It's mainly what they tell us is gunpowder or bombs basically. Um, so they do have different names, but I mean a battery is just a star fort that they've put the name of battery on it, and then you'll find another star fort the same, and it's a fort. Then you'll find another one the same, and it's something else, but they're all the same structure. And I recently saw one. Michelle Gibson put out a video. There was one, just in Indonesia, I think it was, just remote as in the middle of nowhere, just a star fort. And then we have these square sort of structures too, like the hidden city or forbidden city, is it in China? Angkor Wat, and there's a lot of those that are these sort of square formations. Same thing, moated water temples. So they were definitely they weren't built for weapons of war and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, just think about building a fort. They tell us that some, were built for defense, and we've got them in Australia, and that's what they say. They were built for defense, but Australia's never been attacked, never even been nearly attacked. But when they say they build them for war, because there's lots of narratives where they say, oh, they got into war, so they built this fort. Man, you look at these forts would take you decades to build. So what does that mean? Does everyone say, well, we're going to have a fight, but let's all go off for 100 years and build our forts, and then we'll come back and fight? I mean, it's silly. And the ones in the ocean, even dumber. Ships can sail around you, right? Doesn't make any sense. It's not the words. Don't forget that it's not the words of your intention that creates attraction. It's the energy of the vibration and your intent carves a path to your destiny. Totally squirrel sniper. And we see this a lot. People speak things and they say this is true and this is true and I'm a manifester and I'm going to do this. But unless you believe that and you've got good intention behind it, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to manifest because we have a conscious and a subconscious mind. So if the thoughts and intent in your subconscious mind are everything's bad and it'll fail and oh my God, stuff the system, then it's going to be almost impossible for you to manifest something that's outside of that thought, that's free. Because if you're being controlled and it's all the system and oh my God, poor little me, then you're not free. So you can't create something that's free. So we have to change. The first thing is to change, our subconscious programming. It's a program. That's what we've got to change. And once that changes, then we can change our energy, our intention, and start really creating things. The expectations create. I agree. Expect it. Expect it. Expect it to happen. Like, that's the best thing you can do is, we're taught you need to go out and do everything physical, right? Move physical things around to change anything. But that doesn't seem to work. I've seen lots of people, and you see them everywhere. They're everywhere. They've spent their lives in jobs and trying to, invest and build businesses and all this, move physical things around, and most of the time they're stressed out, right? Because it's not working, so their intent isn't there, and they don't get anywhere, right? That they don't achieve what they want to. But if you create, something you want in your mind, you see it, you put the intention out there that it's already yours, you expect it to come, and then you leave it, make a movement in that direction, and then it's got to turn to it's just going to happen. That's what your belief has got to do. If you think that, oh my God, it's not happening yet, what do I need to do? Well, you've lost it. Because the thing about manifesting an intention is we don't have a time frame. Like if you say, I want this and it's got to be on this day, this time, it's not going to happen, right? Like because there is no time, right? So these things come when we're vibrationally aligned to them. Um, so if you want something and your intention is out there and you're like, I'm going for this, things will start to happen, but they will normally be things that aren't comfortable because the reason is you have to change. If you want something, then it's something that you don't have now. And the reason you don't have it now is because you're not vibrationally aligned to it. So clearly, to get it, you need something needs to change, and it's you and me that needs to change. So you'll get all these experiences and challenges come up, and if you go through them and you overcome them, then you will be in the you will start manifesting stuff. You'll get what you want, and you won't get exactly what you want because the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, has much better ideas than we do. So what you get will be better, is what I'm saying, than what you expected. But yeah, I would say, I was talking to Jason, and what he says is, and it's a really good analogy, is we're the architects. We're not the builders. We're the architects. So what we do is we make the plans, right? We make the plans. This is what I want. We see it in our head. And then we take a step, just a step in that direction, whatever it be. And that can even be breaking pattern. If you don't know what to do, well, just do something random, right? Break pattern. And then sit back and expect it to happen. Expect it to show up. And live in that kind of a mindset, and things will start showing up. But as soon as you turn to, where is it? Why hasn't it turned up? Oh my God, this doesn't, you've lost it all. So like I said, it's really got to do with changing the subconscious thoughts we have, which are the program. Shadow work mandatory, Otto. Yeah, shadow work. My thoughts on that is I don't do any of that stuff. I kind of tend to think that shadow work is focusing on what you don't want, focusing on your problems, right? And we all have these things in our past, right? That we didn't do right and that we want to change in that. But we can spend time going over them and over them and over them and giving them energy, or we can put our energy into moving forward and go, yeah, that all happened in the past, but here I am now. This is what I'm going to do, and move forward with all the experience and knowledge we have, right? Obviously we collect that on our way through, but yeah, my view on that is I don't do shadow work. I just figure out what I want and I keep moving forward. That's just me. Four is a creature creator. Nice. Yeah, a creature is created. Very good. No regrets, just learn the lessons. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Other people's pro gaming in on us. Yeah, I mean, everyone will try and tell you how you should live your life. We've got everyone will tell you that. They'll all tell you, "Oh, do this, do this, do this," and then you look at these people's lives and they're a complete mess. Like they're not happy, they're not getting what they want, but they go out and they tell everyone to do what they've done. And this is just ego, just ego. They're just trying to say, well, if people agree with me, well, then I'm good. But the thing about life is life's an inside job. You don't need anyone to agree with you. That's not the deal here. It's not like the one with the most fans and the most people agreeing with them wins. That's nah. It's not. It's actually the opposite. The ones who don't need um, that acknowledgement from outside of them and just rely on themselves and trust themselves and believe that they can do anything, they're the ones that go forward. They're the ones that change the world. Look back in history, his story, right? Look back into the past, and all the stories we get of people who change the world, they weren't part of any, they were the anomalies, right? They didn't, you don't get people who come up through universities and have their 10 degrees and are completely program. They don't change the world. They just enforce the narrative. So yeah, don't look for, external um, accolades, shall we say. Um, you don't live until you expect death. Yeah, I agree. We're all going to die. A lot of people forget that. You've only got so much time here. So what are you going to do with it, right? This is the thing. People live, lying jobs for decades that they don't like. Um, and they don't understand that it's all going to end sometime, so they never make a change. And then they end up old and decrepit, and they're like, oh, it's too late to change. So, yeah, man, it's only a short time we got here. It's only a short, so use it well, man. It's just a ride. It's just a ride. Don't do shadow work either. Time to move forward and not in the past. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Colleen. You have to face your demons, face your past, then heal from it and dismiss it and move forward. Yeah, yeah, we definitely have to face our demons. Because I mean, these are all thoughts, right? That's all programs that we've taken on that live in our subconscious mind. And the thing about the subconscious mind is it's very tricky, right? It's the great trickster. It hides all this stuff from us. So even though we're running on that program, we don't consciously see it. And this happens all the time that other people have to point it out to us. You're doing this, can't you see it? We're like, no, I can't see it. It's because it's hiding, right? It's hiding in your subconscious mind, so it can keep controlling you. So don't do that. Yep, Otto, just passing through, mate. Just passing through. What? It was the middle of winter and had 30-degree air blowing out. It must be huge. I'm not sure what that means. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pain. Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. We only have so much time, so let's do what we can, right? Everyone here probably, believes they're here for a reason. So what is your reason, and what are you doing about it? All right, just get out and live on faith, right? Trust that everything's for you rather than against you. Um, oh, Baron, Arcanist, and we're back. Did I cut out? Did I, or something? I don't know. Um, Flip the script. Exactly. Alistair, how you going? Thanks for being here. And yes, please give me a like, people. Subscribe if you haven't. All that kind of stuff. Starfort for sale. Oh, are they selling Starforts? In America, they're selling and giving away lighthouses. If you're in the US, just Google like free lighthouses. They're giving them away, man. I'm not sure what the deal is if you've got to be some kind of organization, but they've sold some cheaply as well. So, some of this old world stuff we can actually get. And totally agree, Kat. Like, who'd they buy the land from? Show me the receipt, man. Show me the receipt from God where you got this land that you're trying to sell me. Yeah, Mr. Government dude. And the same with water, right? They're trying to own water. And ultimately they can only do this because the majority of people let them do it and believe that they have more power than they do. And politics, right? What do? We elect people to power. We give them power over us, right? We go and vote at the polling, the two poles, the twin poles. Go and vote at the polling booth and put someone into power. The elect, the L. So I haven't voted in like, I don't know, 15 years or something. Trust is definitely necessary. I agree. Apparently I'm here to witness and learn, which implies a purpose for all this learning. Yeah, I agree, Alva Billy. Totally. We're here to grow and to get perspective and to hone, our perspective. And then we go into something bigger. All right. Jay, living on love, banking some time. Nice. Thought plays a role, but fire still burns whether you think it does or not. Oh, look, I agree totally. But the thing is, if your base thought is that everything's for you and you're always good and you're going to create the world you want, you're never going to put yourself in a situation where you're surrounded by fire, right? So this is the thing. It's Have you ever noticed that people who have bad things happen tend to always have bad things happen? People who get robbed, who get their houses robbed, it's always the same people. People who have all these problems. They have lots of them. It's not like so they're creating them. They're creating their situation. So if you're in a situation where everything's good, everything happens for me, right? Then you're never going to be in a situation where there's bad stuff around you that you have to deal with. That's just the way I see life. Um, so yeah, opposites attract. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Unless they're a magnet, right? Magnets. Well, magnets. Sorry, opposites do attract. Gosh, my brain's going. There are situations where opposites don't attract, and where they do attract. It's because opposite is just really a thought, right? A perspective. So it's really just vibration. If you're on the same vibration, you'll attract. Um, the P factor, got to go and teach English. Be well all. All right. Well, have a good day. Thanks for being here, P factor. Get out there and inform some people, some young people. We manifest through the grace of the Creator. Um, yes. Um, yeah, I mean, if you're not in alignment with energy and with good and with the creator, yeah, I don't think you can create much. It definitely, if you think that you're the power and you're somehow better than anyone, then no. You've got to have a connection. You've got to understand where you are and what this place is before you can really start to manifest what you want. Because the truth is, we're all manifesting all the time. That's all we do. But most people manifest what they don't want because why? Because their subconscious is full of thoughts that they don't want and they don't clear them out. And the thing, this is the thing, it's like a percentage, right? It's a percentage thing. You might have bad thoughts and everything, limiting belief systems. But if you then start taking on a lot more positive things, that is just going to, you know, change the ratios, right? And as soon as you've got more good than bad thoughts, well, everything flips. Everything flips. So I'm not big into going into your mind and analyzing and why have I got this and that's how to get rid of it. I'm big into just dropping shit. Just drop it. Drop it like it's hot, man. Drop it like it's hot. Like um we're so programmed. We're all so programmed, right? We come into this world and they program us, right? Parents, siblings, society, and then they send us to school, and then they really program us. And what was I saying? Just lost my train of thought. Um, and so basically, I'm just sort of looking here. Oh yeah, so they program us. So all we've got to do is understand that that's all BS, right? It's all programming by someone who doesn't want the best for us. Then just drop it. Just let go. Just let it go. It's like the statue, right? The statue is not finished when there's nothing more to add. The statue is finished when there's nothing more to take away. So this, whatever you want to call it, awakening, enlighteningness, whatever, it's got to do with dropping the crap that's being put on us because we all come in here perfect. We're all created in the image of the creator. And that's obviously, to me, an energetic thing. I don't think it means that God's a person. So we all come in here perfect and then they lump all this crap on us, right? And so all we need to do is understand that that's all BS. It's not true, and let it go. Let it go. Was it Elsa? I don't know. Someone from Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. Don't get emotionally attached to things. And that's another big point is don't take stuff on. A lot of people are like, oh, you need to do this and you need to do this and clear this and clear that. But if you don't take things on in the moment, if you don't get offended and like, oh my God, how dare they do that? Oh, it's all the, if you're not in that mindset, you're not taking on all this negative thoughts and beliefs, then you're good, right? You're not creating more problems that you're going to have to deal with in the future. So that's a big one for me is don't take stuff on in the moment. Don't, if you're offended by something, if you get triggered, go to a mirror and ask yourself why you're being triggered, because that's in you. It's not the person who spoke to you, because that person could say the same thing to four different people and they would all have a different reaction. That not all four would get triggered. So understand that if people are triggering you and you feel the need to yell out and point fingers and like, how dare you, rah, 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 that's you. That's you. That's for you to deal with. There's something in the background that you need to get rid of. So ask yourself, why am I getting triggered? What is that event? Look at that event and neutralize it, which is something, that it's kind of, I guess that's kind of like shadow work, but, if we can go back in the past and look at these events from a different perspective and go, oh, everyone was just doing the best they could. No one actually meant to be mean or anything. Everyone's just trying to live. Then you can diffuse that emotional, energy, that emotional potency. Yeah, Heath Taylor, hello. Awareness, then let go. Yep, exactly. Acknowledge that it's there because you can't fix a problem you don't have, and then let it go. Understand that, like I said, everyone's just doing their best. Sure, there's definitely experiences where people weren't, but in those experiences, it wasn't your fault. You didn't ask for it, and in the end, you know, how did that affect you? Because most of the time, these bad things that happen to us, they change us for the better. They do. They just do. In my experience, that you have to go through hardship to get somewhere. Be forged in the fire, as they say. Yes, Pamela, look into your triggers. My belief is I'm just a soul hanging out on Earth trying to figure out the world. The paranormal interests me a lot. Yeah, yeah, I agree. We're just here trying to get our perspective on what's going on, and clearly it looks like this realm is teaching us you know what we believe and what do we want, because there's so much bad, right? It's like, do you want this? No. Do you want to be ruled by p-files? No. Do you want people telling you what to do? No. So it a lot of the way we learn is we learn what we don't want. All right, that's a big thing in this realm, is we know that we don't want all these people ruling us, all these wars, all this stuff. It's what we don't want. So that doesn't mean you go out and yell at those people and tell them they must change. It means you go inside and you go, how can I fix this? How can I help? How can I make my world better? Because the way to change the world is to change yourself. All right, you go around and point at people and tell them to change and see what happens. No one will change. No one will want to change. But if you change yourself and you just live your life, people will look and go, wow, look at that person. They seem happy. They seem like they've got it together. What are they doing? And they will change by the way that you act. That's how we change the world. You be the change you want to see. Four Jacks, hello. Do you believe the Great Pyramids are thousands of years old or recently built? Well, that's a good one. It's a good question. I haven't done a deep dive into that, but there's definitely information that looks like they're definitely not as old as they're told us, as they tell us. Also, the whole 11,000 year kind of thing, with the Sphinx and that seems pretty long. I don't think that's correct. We know that the Sahara was green. We got maps that it was green like 300-400 years ago. So the whole narrative there is bunk. I'm not sure how old they are, but I'm pretty sure that they're all geopolymer. They've all been laid. Moving Stonehenge was sus. Yeah, man. And Karnak, in Egypt, they moved that whole thing. And when you look at those statues, you see it in Karnak, you see it in Angkor Wat, and a lot of other places. You look at the statues, and they are clearly, they're sections. They've been made in sections and then put together. You can see the lines still in these statues. So they're like jigsaw puzzles, where they're making bits and then fitting them together. So I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but nothing is what is the same as what we've been told. Nothing happened the way that we're told it happened. Be the change you want to see. I agree. Um, Starve. It is fun. What does that mean, John? Don't starve yourself. We lead and follow by example, not force. Yeah, I agree. I was in need of food today, and I pictured someone here bringing me a plate of food. Later, my neighbour brings me fish prepared and bread after he gave me the 3 eggs I asked to borrow. Well, there you go. There you go, right? Intention. Just expect things to happen. Expect good things to happen. Who art thee to judge the odyssey of another? Was hang on, that just disappeared. Sorry, where did it go? Oh, sorry, I lost that. Who art thee to judge the odyssey of another? Was Diogenes not wise? Yeah, I mean, when you judge something, you're telling your subconscious mind that it's either right or wrong. So you're programming yourself. So I wouldn't do that. Um, Judgment is not good. Um, don't judge circumstance. Judge people as far as this is a good person, this is a bad person. This person is someone I want to be around. This person is chasing me with a knife, so I think I better get out of here. Judge that stuff. But don't judge circumstance. Don't think you know everyone's story, because you don't. And a big thing is everyone tends to think, and I definitely used to do this, is we tend to think that everyone's just like us and thinks like us and sees the world like us. They don't at all. So keep that in mind. Enjoy the ride. Don't keep putting in your life's quarters at the same ride like swinging chairs and a merry-go-round. Yeah, man. Get off the cycle. Take the road less travelled. The Mediterranean Sea was once a huge swath of town. Yeah. It was, Rob, and the whole thing got flooded. There's cities everywhere through the Mediterranean. I mean, underwater everywhere, right? Off the coast of India, the Bay of Bengal, Yonaguni off Japan, just everywhere, sunken cities. So there definitely was a big flood. Have I listened to Mud Fossil University? I know about Mud Fossil University. I don't really watch. Um, he thinks we live on a globe spinning through space that's a finite size, but then he says that there's dragons the size of Africa. How, if we're on a ball, does that work? A dragon the size of Africa flapping its wings? Imagine what that would do. And again, 4 flaps, it'd be around the globe, right? So I know he's got some good stuff, and I think Titans and that definitely, looks like they're real, right? The Elephant Mountain in France and other things, but there's something wrong with the way he's thinking there. To have creatures that big living on a finite ball doesn't make sense. The thoughts we choose to hold on to is how we get out of the negative programming. The video I shared on your Telegram chat is related to this, titled Time Wave Spirals. Alright, cheers cricket. Everyone can check that out on my Telegram, link below. I'll have a look at it later. JJ Recon takes courage to stay off on the ride off ramp. Whizzing by takes greatness to grow simultaneously. To stay on the ride off ramp. Does that mean to not get on the ride? Yes, I agree. Everyone wants to get on the ride. Everyone wants to, laugh and stop thinking about reality, right? When you're on the ride, when you're on a roller coaster or a ride, you're not thinking about, you're just in the moment, right? So, and surrounded by everyone else who's doing the same. So it's easy. It's safe. What a fantastic family here. I agree. Everyone is amazing. Thank you all for being here and spending some time with me. GGG6 says balls. The globe is a prison for your mind. Exactly right. Thank you, Otto. Yeah, I mean, that's sort of, what I think about Roger. I mean, I'm not saying he's bad or he's a shill or his information, but that just doesn't make sense to me. And so if someone's coming from that perspective and that's their base kind of perspective, then if that's wrong, then the rest of their theory ain't going to make a lot of sense. That's just me, my opinion. Paul Cook calls people interested in meltology retards, so not a favourite. Does he? I haven't heard him say that. I like Paul. He does a lot of work. He's obviously into the geopolymer. The thing about a lot of these topics, right? A lot of them, like meltology, trees, titans. A lot of people get onto these topics and like meltology, and they suddenly say everything's melted. Everything's melted. Like literally, the meltology people were saying that cobblestones were melted bricks, and they got into this. They call it popcorning. They try and say that bricks expand, like double their size when they get heated. But how do they make bricks? They put them in heat. They put them in a kiln, and a brick that comes out of a kiln is smaller than the brick that went in. So that's one thing. But I mean, the, it's to say if you think everything's melted, then you're wrong. If you think everything's a giant tree, then you're wrong. If you think everything's a titan, then you're wrong. Like not everything is the same. We're in on the fifth sun at the moment. We're in at least the fifth turning. So there's been at least 5 other civilizations before us. So to my view, they're all different things. Giant trees, and probably titans are the oldest. Then the trees. Then we get into like pyramids and star forts. Then an event melted a lot of stuff. There's definitely a lot of melted stuff. But saying everything is melted is wrong. And what happens is that then these people go out and they look for ways to explain that everything's melted. And look, I'm not saying things aren't melted. I agree, a lot of stuff's melted. I've done videos, not in a couple of years, but I've definitely done videos on melted buildings. They definitely exist, but not everything's melted. If so, I find that theory rather fascinating. Titans or whatever, for sure, each age is different. Clinkers are burnt in a kiln, exactly, Otto. Clinker bricks. So how do you get from clay and a brick shrinking through heat to suddenly expanding? This realm does run on laws, on different laws, right? Only certain things can happen. So clay cannot both, expand and retract from heat. It's one or the other. Wim is a fascinating presenter. Chicky Rogue, yeah, that's the mud fossil guy. Is it? Is that right? Oh no, is his name Wim? No, I don't actually. I think his name's something else. Um, Very interesting content. Didn't his YouTube channel get terminated? Oh, Roger, that's his name. Roger from Mud Fossils. What channel is that? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. The environment has changed. Yes. Rumble now, same name, so all is not lost. Oh, Roger, he did get cut, did he? And now he's on Rumble. Wow, okay. I got a strike last week for something. So now I've got 2. My first strike has been on my channel for like 2 years. And you write to YouTube and they tell you a strike lasts for 2 weeks. I've had them for 2 years. And now I've got 2. And that one probably will never disappear. So if I get another one, I'm gone. I'm gone. So make sure you subscribe to Didactic too, right? In case. I have a melted brick. I dug up brick that is partial glass. Yeah, that's what a clinker brick is. Yeah, sure, heat affected, but that's not a popcorn. So yeah, like I said, things have definitely been heat affected, 100%. But not everything is melted. The past is all here at one time. Now, great thing about the future, it comes one day at a time. Yeah, man. It does. Yes, Roger, thank you. Some are melted buildings for sure. I saw recently on a murder story. Oh, Godge Villamasti. Oh, is that who you were talking about? Is that Wim? Okay. Yeah. He got taken off Crater Earth, dude, and he's on Rumble now. Round, oblique, infinite flat plane with a hole in it. Ooh. Could be, right? Toroid. Taurus? Who knows? Oldest brick I've ever seen. Yeah, man, there's bricks everywhere. I've seen pictures of bricks literally in cliffs, what we're told are natural cliffs. and you just find bricks in there, melted in. So yeah, brick melts over 4,500 degrees. Yeah, yeah. You need a lot of temperature, and yeah, they'll melt and they'll run, but they won't popcorn. Roger is mud fossils. If mountains are all melted buildings that were bricks, where did the bricks come from originally that were already melted? Yeah, well, what already melted the buildings? Yeah, well, yeah, I think there's melted. And so this is really the problem with if you think if you hear about meltology and you suddenly go everything's melted. The problem with that is that you're going to be looking at everything as a melted building or a melted something, and you're going to try to explain what it is and how it melted. Instead of looking at it for what it is and getting information and seeing what the options are, you've taken those options away because everything's melted. It's judgment. It's the same as judge. Everything's good, everything's bad. This is good. You're then stuck, right? If everything is melted, you can't see anything else. You can't see if maybe it's a titan or an old tree or just a natural mountain. Dug all around my house with a JCB, I don't know what that is, and dug up hundreds of red bricks, and there are none in the building of my house. It's all stone. Interesting. And who made the bricks, man? Who made the bricks? There are trillions of red bricks in this realm, and every single one of them has been laid in a bed of mortar. So how did they make them? Where did they come from? But who laid them all? I mean, and I know that brickies can lay a lot of bricks and do it well. Once that they're master their art, they can put up a lot of stuff pretty quick. But trillions of bricks. Fort Jefferson, my first video, Star Fort off the coast of Florida. 6 million, no, 16, I think, million bricks in one building. One building. Magda, how you going? Yep, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Yeah, just be autodidactic, man. Just keep being self-educated. Just keep looking for the truth. And the thing is, with taking on all these, everything's a tree, everything's this. That's someone else's information that you're just believing, right? That's from the outside. You've got to run it through your own filters, see if it makes sense to you. Because ultimately, we're all in our own worlds. We all interact together, in the collective world, the collective consciousness, but we're all in our own worlds as well, which is the inner world, and that's what we need to work on. A large evil salmon did it. Subbed indeed to your other channel. Oh, thank you very much, Rob. Is there such thing as natural mountains? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I would think that there probably are, just based on the fact that we have all these stories from the past of earth changes, cataclysms, whatever you want to call them, and they say the earth moved, like earth, the ground goes up, the ground goes down. That's why we have flooded buildings under the ocean everywhere, and we have places like Lake Titicaca in Peru, South America, which was it's been proven it was an old port, an old ship port, but it's way, way, way up in the mountains now and nowhere near the sea. So it looks like it's been shunted up in some earth change. So that would be, a natural mountain. So yeah, I don't believe that there's just one thing down here, man. There's lots and lots and lots of things. Mason symbol bricks, yeah. I think John Levi has been going into the symbols and the makers of bricks, and he's done some good work, sort of asking where all these bricks came from. Omara, Semuju, Adrian, hello. Love what you're doing. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Trillions and billions of bricks. Yep. I remote viewed a lot of red brick underground. Oh, what did you find, Pamela? Electrical grid failure melted some areas of corrosion is the mudflood. Yes, could be. It definitely looks like that. We have all the lines in the ground that are called Liechtenstein. What do they call them? Liechtenstein patterns or something. But basically, that's like an electricity. like lightning. You see it on the ground everywhere. You know, rivers seem to be made of it, mountain ranges, all this kind of stuff have this same Liechtenstein pattern to them, which looks like it's a melting. You can look into Michelle Gibson's work, circuit board cities, which just look at the pictures. It looks like they're all circuit board cities. So yeah, there could have been a catastrophic failure, and that happened. It could be that the sun and the moon are an anode and cathode. Like they're literally, because the sun is the energy for this. It's the battery, right? It's the energy source for this realm. Um, and with an anode and cathode, it's electrolysis basically. And what you get is a buildup of mud-like matter, which just appears, right? It just forms. So is that the mud flood? You know, is it an anode and cathode that at the end of a cycle dump all the mud, right? All the matter that's been created. You know, who knows? Could be many things. I appreciate you much, Campbell. Thank you, Say Pearl. Hello. Grand Canyon. That was made by a river. Come on. I love that story. This little tiny river, Colorado River, right down the bottom, but it made the whole Grand Canyon. Or was it the Egyptians? We're on a circuit board, like the hollow deck. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, I'm not opposed to that theory either. I'm not. It sort of feels and looks like that sometimes, right? That we're just in a hollow deck. The stuff I've seen underground doesn't exist up here. Oh, underground cities, underground layers. There's a lot of talk about that. There's a lot more space down below, right? Because they can build vertically down for the whole. You know, if you're in the ground, you can build the whole thing vertically down. We can't really do that up here. We can build buildings, but we can't build the realm up by levels. Is the sun and the moon recycling souls back in it? Who knows? Who knows? You know, there's this whole thing about the soul trap. I don't think it's a soul trap. I don't think this is a prison planet. Um, you know, the reincarnation and this soul trap theory, I would say, is we're here to learn lessons, and until you learn lessons, you're coming back. You know, I've said it, you know, a lot of times. You know, if you don't want to come back, man, let go of all your shit and start looking, start learning. You know, without prejudice, and you won't be recycled back in here. Because if you get out of here, if you die and you haven't learned any lessons, what do you think is going to happen? You're here to learn a lesson. You're going to be. It's just like school, right? You're going to be kept down a grade until you learn. Um, the pattern is the path of least resistance. Maybe the Earth is trillions of years old. Well, we don't know. I mean, but what's the Earth? You know, what is this place? Is it physical? Is it energetic? Is it a hollow deck? You know, I mean, some of these questions. I mean, you can't. You can never get that answer. How are you ever going to prove the Earth is millions of years old, or billions, or you know, even hundreds of thousands? It's always going to be a theory, and you're never going to be able to prove it because you can't go there. So to me, that kind of research, it's kind of fruitless, right? Like, where's it going to take you? You spend a lot of time on it, but at the end, you can't prove it. So what does it even mean? What you guys are in MTL? That's amazing. What you guys are in MTL? What's that MTL? That's amazing. Would love to buy you a pint. Oh, if you're out and about this evening. I'm leaving. I think my flight's about 6 o'clock, so I'll be in the airport from. I've got to get out of here by 12, so I'll probably be there from like 1 till, you know, sort of 4 or 5 hours. So no, I don't think I'll be out in the town tonight, unfortunately. But thank you, Adam. Maybe next time. There was a time when the moon wasn't in the sky. I have definitely heard that. I mean, there's many stories about the moon coming here and being rolled across the sky and all these different things. So, you know, if the sun and the moon are anode and cathode, what happens in that reaction is, and I may get these wrong, I'm not sure which is the anode and the cathode, but one feeds the other, right? So if you have silver, which would be the moon, and gold, which would be the sun, and the silver's sending energy across to the gold, then it's depleting, right? So is this why we have cycles of the moon? I don't know. But does it deplete to nothing at certain stages and then we need a new moon because the old one's gone, it's depleted? That may be an answer to why we have all these stories of the moon being created. Who knows? Sea level was 400 feet lower recently. Jefferson was on. Yeah, of course. Of course. There's no way that they could have built that fort sitting out there on a coral reef. It's silly. And that Fort Jefferson has a moat. It has a moat, and it's in the middle of the ocean. What the hell? Yeah. All these things, and also lighthouses. How many lighthouses are in the ocean? How do you build that when you've got currents and waves and everything? And some of these lighthouses are in pretty treacherous oceans. Impossible to build unless you can take the ocean away while you're building. So what makes more sense? The land was dry. It wasn't flooded. Looks like a giant atom that's yeah, interesting about the solar system. If you speed up the rotations, it looks like a giant atom. I mean, yes, I don't believe space is what we're told it is. I don't believe that planets are solid and that they're what we're told they are. But everything is a fractal. And yeah, with the old model where you have the sun and then you have the rings of the planets, it does look like what we're told is a cell, right? With the proton, the neutron, and the electrons and things spinning around the outside. So yeah, could fractals, right? Subterranean secrets of our sketchy forefathers. Oh, those sketchy buggers. Have you come across the information of the channel Tomb of Illumination? He explains the workings of the realm. I have not. Tomb of Illumination. I'll have to check him out. Thank you. Home Bliss, and thanks for being here. Howdy do from Hamburg. How you going, Jeffrey? Just Frank. I bet it all tastes like chicken. Everything does, man. Hello, Earth below. Some say 8 miles down. Earth at the most 8 miles up. Yeah, well, the 8 miles comes from Russia, where they were drilling a hole. It's the deepest hole ever drilled, apparently, and they got down to 8 miles and they hit an impenetrable barrier, basically. So could be, maybe that was a part, I don't know. But I've heard, what did I hear? I think there's another, it's not 8 miles, but there is another figure that they say how far the firmament up is. And of course, Eminem, 8 Mile, who knows? Is that something? The moon, I saw the moon last night. Actually, I got some photos, but I don't know how to share them. I didn't know how to share them. Of the moon from the plane. Yeah, there you go. The Kola borehole in Russia. Thank you, Jim. Tomb of Illumination is a good channel. Talks about electric flat Earth. Cool. Projected reflection on some kind of screen. Yeah. Yep. Could be. I mean, Martin's been looking into, is the sun a projector? Is it projecting? You know, like a movie, right? Lights, the sun, camera, action. Who knows? How do I say that? Neferta? Watching from the Philippines. Thank you for being here. No worries. Universe. Meme T, one verse, or the one song, right? And what do they say in the Bible? That what does it say? In the beginning was the word, the verse. The moon is very bright. Oh my God, that hole in Russia. Yeah, man, that was, yeah, every step of the way. They said they'd hit this and they didn't. J Dreamers showed my moon photos. Oh, cool. Nice, Magda. Go check out J Dreamer. He's got a good channel. Canada is amazing. So much right at your face, in your face of old world beauty. Yeah, I'm not going to get to see much, unfortunately, of Canada this time. I have to come back. Janis Joplin, 1968 in San Francisco, Palace of Fine Arts is standing with no work visible. Big slip up. Narrative crushing picture. Have you seen? No. What? Janis Joplin in San Francisco, Palace of Fine Arts is standing with no work visible. What is like? So nothing, no fine art? No. What are you suggesting? Photoshop? Ooh. Geology is biology. It may be. It may be. Not sure. I think a lot of it is, or well, some of it. But like I said, I think we're in the fifth world. I think we're dealing with many multiple resets here. And so to say everything is one thing is limiting. Because again, when you do that, then you can't see any options. Da, da, da. I know I am, and I'm loving the lessons to move closer to more experiences. Love all, be all. Happy to have been part of this awesome live chat. Thank you very much, Heath. Thanks for being here. Word equals thought. Yeah. Yep. I would say, yeah. I mean, everything is created twice, right? Everything is created first in here, and then out there we project it out. It's the torus, the toroid comes from in to out, then out to in. So we have thoughts, we take actions. Thoughts are internal, actions are external. Then those actions we'll get feedback on, and that we take back in, and then we think about it, and then we take another action. So that's the toroid, in, out, in, out. Not a prison planet, it's a learning realm. Yeah, I agree, Slim Aaron. And sure, it can feel like a prison planet if you want it to be, and if we're creators, then if you believe it's a prison planet, then guess what? It's a prison planet. Hey Hugh, how you going? Well, I don't know if it's quite a Max Egan beard. This is like, God, this is like 2 weeks of growth for me, man. I'm getting hairy. I'll have a shave soon. All creation stories basically start with a word, a spark, a frequency. Yeah, totally. Totally, right? Creation. Even the scientism people have their creation story, right? They say they don't believe in religion or any of this and blah blah blah, but their creation story is called the Big Bang. It's not just a theory. Yes, I have done a video. I've only done one. I've done at least one with Jay Dreamers. I have to have another chat with him soon. He's a nice young man. Good information. Chateau Frontenac in Quebec City is amazing. Built in a year and a half. Yeah, Shiva Shampoo, how you doing, man? Thanks for being here. I know, right? Yeah, well, when I get back, I'm going to be doing some videos on the places I've been. I've also got tons of footage. I've been putting out some, but it's not very well edited. Oh, I think I just disconnected, did I? Sorry. Hopefully this stream's good because I don't know how good the Wi-Fi is here, but it just said I got disconnected. So hopefully I'm back. Modern science is a pseudo-religious belief system, completely, 100%. I don't believe in atheists. I don't believe in atheists. I don't believe that there are any atheists anyway. It's all people trying to join the smart kids, right? Because they think science is cool. So they're like, oh, well, science, they're all atheists. So I'm an atheist. And then you ask them, well, how did this all get started? And they go, oh, the Big Bang. Really? That sounds like a creation story to me. Now explain anything else. Explain how after the Big Bang, all this matter suddenly that had been fired out in a directional, straight out direction, stopped doing that, turned into balls, and then started spinning around each other. Explain that to me. Doesn't work. Company science coined the outer light. Is the sun a projector? Yeah, is it? Like literally projecting, like a projector that, in the 70s. Well, now you get them for TV, right? You get a projector, you project the movie onto the screen. Is that what the sun is? Is it projecting all this stuff around us? Reality. Who knows? More research is needed. Science is the new orthodoxy. Isaiah 30:26 mentions a reason things were melted. Oh, there you go. And like I said, I believe things were melted. I've done videos on them, but I think that was just one reset out of five. Just one. We've got there's a long history, a long past in this realm. We're in the fifth world as far as we can, or the fifth time, the fifth sun, Kali Yuga. You're so much more evolved than the troglodytes in Houston. In my opinion, as a fellow Texican, it's an armpit. You're a noble human, and oh, thank you very much, Modern Mystic. I appreciate you, and appreciate you being here. In with a bang, out with a bang. Adam Moore, thank you very much. California, thank you very much for your donations. I appreciate it. Coffee. I need another coffee. Man, it's expensive. Well, I think it's expensive. I don't know how much Canadian money is. I just paid like $7 for like a small coffee, a little one. Did I get ripped off? Someone told me that if I speak English that people will rip me off because the French don't like us. I don't know. I'm glad you're not them. Thank you. So am I. My mum was an atheist. Then had a near-death experience in a car accident. Yeah, I know, right? It's fun. It's all fun and games being an atheist until you hit a point that shows you that there's more, right? More energy, frequency, and vibration out there. Big Bang is ain so for revamped. What? Bad government, hello, goyament. Big Bang is and so for revamped. Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying. Sorry. What does name Cambell mean? Crooked or wry mouth? Yeah, apparently. Well, crooked, right? Smile. Campbell is a gender-neutral name. Oh, really? I haven't met any female Campbells. Traditionally used as a surname. Yeah. I've met 2 other Campbells in my life. So there's not that many of us around. We are unique. J-Dreamers. Oh, thank you, Magda. Yeah, J-Dreamers is good. Cultivate integrity, dignity, and community. I agree. I can't believe this has been going for 2 hours, man. So I think I'm going to have to jump off because I'm not sure what the time is and I have to get out of here by 12. Can't believe everything you read, of course. Don't believe anything you read. Like, take it as information. Everything is interesting, but it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. Things can be just interesting. And then as you go along and you get more information, it either backs up or it, negates the information you've got. So don't judge saying, oh, I've heard something, so it must be right. Just go, that's interesting. And then as you get more information, then it will become more or less real to you as well. This doesn't, just because something's real to you doesn't mean that it's real to everyone. Life is an inside job. I'm Kairos, yes. Atheist is a lazy non-researcher. I agree. Still live the sun. Used to live in the rain city, Seattle. Nah, man. I'm a sun person too. All right. Oh my gosh, I got all these comments. I'm way back. All right, Otto. Thanks everyone. I agree. Please look up. Oh, look at the 96 ad. Janis Joplin's. Yes, okay, I will. Janis Joplin, San Francisco pick. I know, don't jump. I thought degrees meant something. 18 years of self-teaching has served me. Oh, degrees is in university degrees? No, well, join the Masons and they give you 33 degrees, man. Go to university, you only get 1. All right, so what are you really learning? A euro is worth $1.06. I think they've got Canada dollars here. I think they're called dollars. I don't even know. I don't know. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for everyone who donated and supported this channel. I appreciate you all. And I will be back. I'll be back in Australia, I don't know, a day or 2. I think I've got another day of traveling. So I will do a live when I get back. So stay awesome. Thanks for spending time with me. And I don't know how to end this. How do I end this? Top chat. How do I don't know how to do this. Do I hit the live button? All right. Hey, Pamela's One, how you going? All right, guys. Love you all. Stay awesome, and I'll talk to you all on the next upload if I can work out how to shut this down. Thanks for now. Bye. Sorry. How do we do this? Okay. I don't know. This one. Ciao.